Hey everybody, it's Sarah from Bright Stitcher. I haven't done a video for, trying to get it set up here. I haven't done a video for like 3 or 4 weeks, I think, and we've just had a lot going on with Abby starting kindergarten and Elizabeth starting preschool next week, and and we caught a cold. Elizabeth caught a cold 2 days after Abby started school, which is ridiculous. So, of course, it then hit the rest of us. I want to do a tag. I'm going to do Carolina's tag today. I've got 2 updates on my whips from the August ABCs, and also on my Mirabilia Stargazer, and then a little bit of haul. And then I want to talk about what I'm hoping to do in September, now that I've got things sorted out. I thought I was taking on, actually I did take on an online consulting job. It's supposed to just be a few hours a day, like 20 hours a week, and I was spending too much time on it for what I could bill them for. So Elizabeth was getting she was very distracting to me during the day, and I felt like I wasn't giving her my best. So since we can do without me doing that job, I quit. So, anyway, from August, with the Stitch Mania group, we were doing August ABCs, and I have it almost, I'd say it's about 2/3 done. I really had hoped to get it finished, but with school and then us all getting sick, and I don't know about you guys, but if I have a cold, if I just feel yuck, the last thing I want to do is stitch. I don't want to do anything when I don't feel well. I just want to sit. So I tend to just sit in the chair and watch Netflix on my Kindle. And then, before I forget, a little bit of haul. I got several new needle minders. But this one is from Cassie's Needle Minders on Facebook. It's a little sunflower. I think it might be ceramic or resin. That's a little bit of my haul. And this, I am stitching this on a 28 count even weave. I can't remember who dyed it. I bought it 7 or 8 years ago, but it's like a yellow. I know the lighting up here is a little better, but still may be hard to see. But it's like a yellow with bits of darker yellow. So, that. And then Stargazer, I have an update on her. I've got her, I don't know, maybe 1/10 of the way done. Maybe. This part here is all what I had worked on the last couple of weeks. And then the little darker bits was $37.99. And then finish up the tails. And then this Kitty Cat Needle Minder is also a new one. It's also from Cassie's. It looks like our little kitty Tommy that died a couple years ago. So, sorry, I hope everybody's been well. I have been watching some videos. Not as many as I like to. I usually sit in the evenings when the girls are calming down or playing with my husband, and while I'm stitching, I watch some videos, but I just haven't been stitching much at all lately. I've wanted to, but with this cold, it was bad. It was like a sore throat, overall ickiness for almost a week, and then the mucus hit, and I'm still just constantly snotting it up. It's just crazy. So I apologize for my snot. One thing before I forget, Mondo Stitcher, she did a shout out on me the other, well, I guess she did it a couple weeks ago, but I just saw it, Sunday, I think, and thank you very much. That was just an awesome thing for you to do, and really perked me up, and made kind of a stressful few days, happy. So, thank you again. I do appreciate that. I want to start doing a shout out occasionally on mine too. I'm waiting on. I was in an summer exchange with Under the Sea Fabrics group. I'm waiting to receive my part of the exchange from my partner. And then I'm also waiting on a round robin package of a Clouds Factory round robin. So when I get those, I'll probably do another little video to show that stuff, and maybe my brain will be a little more awake. We have had a crazy couple days here of flies, like the big nasty green ones that were fat and go slow. I think they're called blowflies. They started just showing up in here like Monday night, I think. After dinner, my husband noticed there were like 5 or 6 in the living room at the windows. And, you know, it's been in the 90s here in Missouri. We haven't had windows open. And the garage door hasn't been open for an extended amount of time. We don't know how they got in. We don't know what brought them in. We do not see any issues downstairs in the, we've got a family room down there and my craft room in the garage. No flies down there at all. Can't see anything coming from the attic. We don't know where they're coming from. So Monday night we were killing flies. Tuesday I went to the store, stopped and got fly spray and this like vapor things you hang in the garage.
It doesn't fit.
Well, honey, that doesn't go in there.
No.
Here, why don't you put the dresser up here, okay?
No, it's not. Sorry. That's hard.
Okay, there you go. Now it works, okay? But don't put Barbie dresser in the Barbie car. So Tuesday, I was playing Exterminator and getting them, and they pretty much went away, and then we did a thorough cleaning of the living room. Sorry, I keep looking out the window. It's just a bad habit. That's rude. Now I'm looking at my hand. We did a thorough cleaning, moving all the furniture, vacuuming under things. We found so many toys under the couch. Sorry. 3-year-olds wrestling with the Barbie car. Barbie car's winning. So we found a couple more that night in the windows that we just like vacuumed up, which was kind of fun. And yesterday saw a couple and nothing today. So it's just weird. Like, are they coming in from outside? And if so, how are they getting in? Our windows are sealed. They're not coming in the windows. Weird. So, anyway, life's been kind of crazy around here for a couple days. Because my children are deathly afraid of any bugs. Flying, crawling, doesn't matter. They scream, bug, 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 kill it, screaming. So, that was really kind of rough with Elizabeth here during the day, because I couldn't just kill them. I had to try to protect her from a fly that, was going to take her away, I guess. So, okay, some other haul I have from Cassie's Needle Minder. Okay, I showed you the kitty and the sunflower. I also got this cutesy Little Mermaid. I don't know how well she's showing up, but she's pretty. She's blue and gold hair. I think it's coming up kind of blonde there, but it's more of a strawberry blonde goldy color. And then from Gina's, a couple months back, I had gotten this crown. Let's see, try to get it looking good. Which I had, of course, obviously forgotten to show. I keep my needle minders on the refrigerator up high, so they're away from little fingers, and I know where they're at, and I can go grab one whenever I want a new one. So, anyway, that's why I forgot it was there. And then from Gina, I also got from her Halloween sale, the colors are off on the laptop, but this is purple and orange, and then the little owl, which I thought was super cute. Yes, super cute. And then I have my Moe's sale. I haven't done a whole lot of shopping. I've been trying not to, So let's quit that little job. I know a lot of people have shown these, so I'll just go through them really quick and just kind of keep talking. This one's Chopin. It's a dark green. The dark. Oh, the lighting is just wrong. Well, I hope it looks better on your end than what I'm seeing on my laptop. But that's more like closer to a grassy green and a gray. Yeah, my shirt looks off too. Everything looks off. Okay. So, Mozart. It's like a maroon, orange to bright yellow. Yeah, it has been hot here. Elizabeth and I tried, we went, it's Puccini. We went to, and these are all cotton floss, by the way. Can you tell my brain is just moving 25 different directions at once? I'm like this all the time. It's just crazy. I should feel bad for my kids and my husband. Talk. Yeah, these are all cotton flosses. I don't have any most silks. Apple cider. I'm ready for fall. I know where I was going with my conversation in my head. I'm ready for fall. I don't like the summer. I don't like heat at all. This one's Mouse. And my Elizabeth and I went to Aldi's this morning. It's medium teal. Pretty obvious. And then I was going to take her to a park. Berlioz? I'm not sure how to say that one. And by the time we got to the park, it was not even 10:30. And it was 83, 84 degrees out. So the temperature didn't feel awful, and there was a nice breeze today. But everything was so hot to the touch. And she was wearing a little sundress and just pitching a fit. Debussy. It is a light yellow, light green to a light blue. She couldn't go down the slide. She couldn't get on. It's a YMCA sponsored park, so it's really good, solid equipment. And they have a swing that's like plastic or fiberglass, maybe is what they use. And it almost has like a Y-shaped plastic belt come over you. I believe this playground is also, it's more accessible to kids that have physical disabilities. And I think that's what that swing is more for. But she, of course, wants to get in it. She couldn't even sit in it. It was so hot. Her back would have just blistered from the heat coming off it. So we had kind of a rough morning after we had a good grocery store run, and then she couldn't play at the park. We were there maybe 20 minutes. This one is daiquiri. It's if I hold it back here, can you see the color better? See the color better. There we go. It's pink and orange. Now I know why some of you put paper up behind your stuff. Well, I don't have a piece of paper near me. I'm in the living room. But I have a little charmer with her wand. This one's Bach.
Can you hold my wand?
What do I need to do? No, those are Mommy's threads.
Can I do it first?
Can you do it first?
Yeah, I can do it.
What can you do?
These.
These? You think you can stitch?
Yeah.
Well, not with these. I don't have a needle attached to them.
I can do it.
Oh, you want to hold it up?
Okay.
This one's Emily. We have a helper. Let me read the tag. Okay, hold it up. Hold it up. This is Verity. Can you say Verity?
Very.
Very good. Is it pretty?
Yeah. It's
Next.
with it.
Okay, you hold this one. This one is Bayou.
Hey.
Bayou. It's dark gray, dark green.
Let's try this
I
one.
already did that one, Goober. Sweet Noel. Your hands look very big in front of the camera. Beethoven. Say Beethoven. Beethoven. And Vivaldi.
This one.
Well, Elizabeth starts preschool next week, so. Mahler.
Smaller.
Very good. Mama's looking forward to it. She's not. She keeps asking if I'll go with her. This one's 10. It's just a light gray to a medium gray.
Angry.
10. Muddy Water.
Muddy water.
It's got kind of a brown to a kind of a white to the teal. And this is blueberry pie.
Blueberry pie.
You like pie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, these are finished.
All those are finished. Yes. Thank you for your help.
Okay. Listen.
You need some stitch?
Yeah, I need some stick.
She likes to help stitch. You can help stitch later, okay?
Okay.
Okay. You want to move? No. We don't need that right now. We'll do that in a little bit, okay? I did want to, I guess this is kind of a shout out, but it's not to, I don't know if she's on YouTube. I believe she's on the Stitch Mania group. I think this is where I found this. Barbara Tingley for Pedal Pusher. Pedal Pusher is the Etsy store name. I got, and this is not the chart. I hope you can see it. It is a picture of it finished. It's a little house on the prairie. Isn't that sweet? This was my all-time favorite show when I was little. She also has done a bunch of Anne of Green Gables. So I got the Anne of Green Gables with the house, and then the kindred spirits of her and her best friend. So check her out. They're just so cute. It's Pedal Pusher on Etsy. And then also on Etsy, sorry, I can't find mine at the moment, but Needle Goods shop on Etsy. They have a ton of embroidery scissors, cute, neat ones, like old-fashioned looking, that are really fun, and thread holders. It's like a 3x4 shape. It's a pressed wood. I believe it's a pressed wood. And it has a picture, like, on it, printed on it, or stuck to it. I can't find mine. I don't know what I did with it. But it has, like, 8 holes on it, maybe 6 holes, to hold your thread. And they're $7, and they have a ton of different styles. A lot of them look like old oil paintings. One I got looks like an oil painting of a long-haired cat, and it says I stitch with cat hair. Some are just some of the famous paintings. I'm picturing like the Victorian woman by roses and... Honey, please stop. Shh. Okay. Go in your room and do that. So anyway, I just wanted to mention those. I also have on here, I believe, the Anne of Green Gables, in case you haven't seen it. It is not the chart. This is This is the Green Gables. There we go. Probably best I'm going to be able to get. But it's got the house in the background, and it just is what makes it for me. So, Barbara, if you watch, thank you for making these. They're just darling, and I love it. And I'm very happy. Okay. Okay, so before I do Carolina's tag, September, I'm not doing the specialty stitches stitch along with Stitch Mania, because I don't know that I have much that has specialty stitches in it at this time. I may have some down in my craft room, but nothing in my current whips, and I have 8 or 9 whips right now, and nothing is jumping out at me saying, hey, yeah, this one has specialty stitches in it. So I'm not going to join that one this time. I do like seeing what everyone's doing. And I think tonight, Coffee Stitcher is doing a specialty stitch class, maybe. And I might get to watch that. I think it's tonight. But I love seeing what everyone's doing, but I won't be joining that one. What I am going to do, I hope, I did not get my Storytime sampler for August done, the Phantom of the Opera. So, first on the list, I have started the frame on that. So I'm going to get that one done. I'm hoping to get September caught up, which was Black Beauty. And then I wanted to work on, before those, once I get my part of the round robin for this month, obviously I'll get that done. So work on my round robin. Once I get that, do the 2 months to get caught up on Storytime Sampler. And then after that, I'll be working. Let's hope I can get that much finished. Work on Stargazer some more, and then the Sam Sarah Mystery Halloween Sampler from last year. I'm working on the bottom third, the third installment of the chart. So, oh, there's specialty stitches on that at the bottom. Haven't got to it. So hopefully I can get that done. I really hate when I start something for a holiday and don't get it done in time. Like that one I started last August. Yeah, it was, and didn't get it finished for Halloween. And then I'm a seasonal stitcher. I stitch by, I want to stitch. I can't stitch Halloween at Christmas time. Sometimes I can do it in early summer, which I did this year. But sorry, eyes are bothering me. I really want to have it done for Halloween this year. I apologize for taking a drink. This cold is still just, it's got me. Okay, so I think that's all my thoughts I wanted to do, but Carolina's tag. She put this out on her YouTube August 11th. First question is, how do you arrange the floss you're using on a project? I typically either, if it's a lot and it's DMC, I put it in one of the little plastic floss boxes. I've got several of them, and I have a couple that I keep empty, more for using with projects than for storing the floss. If it's just a few hand-dyed floss, I just keep them in either a bag they come in if it's part of like a kit, like the ABCs of Parenting, or I just keep them in a Ziploc baggie or a little mesh bag. I've got several. Ooh, are those Ipsy bags? If you are a member of the Ipsy Beauty Club, it's fun. Do it. It's $10 a month, and you get 5 cool things to play with. It's half the time it's a lipstick. I'll get a lipstick that's way off, but it's fun. But anyway, they're little zipper bags, and they're like a little larger than a 4x6 inches, I think, and they all zipper and they're all cute. So I have used a couple of those for little project bags. Okay, second question. Have you attempted to dye fabric? If so, what method did you use? If not, is there any particular method you want to try? About 10 years ago, I tea-dyed some Aida. I just stuck it in a bowl of hot tea. It worked. It kind of dyed. It was just a white Aida. It was at the time before before I got into using hand dye. And I just wanted a darker colored, so I did do that. I didn't do anything with vinegar. I didn't look up how I should do it. I just made some boiling water on the stove, put a couple of tea bags in it, and then put my fabric in it for a while. It was a small piece, like 8 by 8 inches maybe. It was for a Christmas ornament, I think. So that's all I've done. Other than that, no. I do not have a large kitchen. It is not large enough for me to set up a dyeing station without my children spilling dye all over my kitchen that we redid a few years ago, and I would have a fit if they stained my cabinets or the counter or the floor. So, no. I'll leave that to the experts, and I will buy from them. So, support local businesses or small businesses. Number 3, if you use a needle threader, is there any specific type you prefer? I use my fingers and spit. That's it. Number 4, if you use any type of frame to stitch, do you stitch with the fabric over the frame or in the well? I use Q-snaps, sometimes hoops. I stitch over. I know it's cleaner to do it the other way, but it just seems backwards to me, and I just can't. I've tried. I can't get in the hang of it. So, do you start your threads in the front or back of your projects? What methods do you use? If I am doing the loop method, I start from the front now. If I am just catching the threads behind a couple stitches, I start it from the back. I have watched some YouTube videos on the pin stitch, at least one, and I think that's really neat. I haven't tried it yet. We'll see. Number 6, if you are a gritter, what is your preferred method of gritting? I don't grit. I don't like it. I don't. I understand why people do it. I tried it on a Haid I started a few years ago that I never finished. But I didn't like it. I like to be able to see the full design I'm stitching, and with when the gritting thread is in the way, I can't see. I don't like the appearance of it. So no. Plus, I tend to stitch by color more than square by square. Now, if I was doing a Haid and really doing a Haid, I might think about it. But at this time, no, I'm not a gritter. Number 7, what is your favorite way to finish projects? Depends on the size. If it's large, I'll frame it. If it's smaller, it may become an ornament. I really like the look of the cubes and the flat backs now. So I may start doing some of those. But like my Mirabilias will be framed. The ABCs of Parenting will be framed. It's going to go up in the living room. So I would have to say probably framing. I used to do those little tuck pillows with little Lizzie Kate things. So I like doing those too, but I don't stitch small items as much anymore. Number 8. What was your first cross-stitching milestone? First cross-stitching milestone. Okay. When I started stitching, it was those little cheapy kits from Walmart in 94. In 95, I did a birth sampler for my nephew. And it was stamped. And then I didn't stitch again in high school. And then when I was 20 or 21, I started stitching again, just 2000. And I stitched that's when I started stitching larger projects that were counted cross-stitch. So I would say that being able to stitch a large project, I did I wish I had a picture. An American Santa by Alma Lynn for my mom. It was 2001 when I finished that. I remember that because I finished it working a night job at a hotel. I remember stitching it. And it was maybe 10 inches tall. And he was good sized dude. And I think getting that accomplished and done and framed and given to her Christmas was probably my first, okay, I can really do counted and not go back to stamped. And I've never touched stamped again. Number 9, what is a stitch goal you have, something you want to conquer? I want to get my Stargazer done. I know I can do beading because I've done it on little Mill Hill kits, but I want to get this Stargazer done and put together and up on framed. A nice frame by an actual framer. That is my next stitching goal, I think. 10. What is your silliest stitch moment? Colors wrong? I'm really not sure. I have to think on that one. Number 11. If you use paper charts, do you print them at home or use a service? I do print them at home. 12. How do you mark off your paper charts? Highlighters. I found last year those friction highlighters that you can erase off, which are just fabulous. I really like those. Number 13, is there a cross-stitch book you suggest? The Cross Stitcher's Bible. I think because it has so many different stitches in it. And it's not huge. It's smaller. And I know I've referred back to it several times for like finishing techniques and just different stitches. Number 14, is there anything that you find you are very nitpicky about when you cross stitch? I railroad, and my stitches have to look. I can't rush through it, and especially when you're at the end of the thread or of the needle, end of your thread, it gets harder and harder. Sometimes it starts looking more twisted. I have to undo those and stop and do it again. To me, my stitches have to look really good, even though I know from here I could have the crappiest looking stitches to you. I mean, they could, you know what I mean? They could, I could let my 5-year-old do them. And from a certain point, you can't tell. But I like to look at it up close and say, they're all uniform, they're all good. And if I notice one, I will go back and redo it if I need to. Are you falling asleep? Okay. Gotta get your sister an hour. Oh, no. Come here. 15. Favorite LNS you visited while on a trip? I haven't been to one on a trip. There is one in Blue Springs, down South Kansas City. CNC Cross Stitch, I think is what it was called. I went there once, a couple months ago. It was really nice, and they were really helpful. It's like the only one in the Kansas City area, just sad. 16. Is there anything you do you feel takes up a lot of time when you cross stitch, but it is worth it in the end? Railroading. Count 5 times. Make sure you got it right. That's all I can say. So, are you tired? Mm-hmm. Honey, we'll stitch later. I'm not stitching later. Thank you. So, that's all. When I get this round robin piece in, and oh, your little dress. Little dress my mom picked up in Jamaica, and they've turned it into a play dress. It's supposed to be like a swimsuit cover-up. So, you can do it with little girls. I think that's all we've got. So, hope everybody has a good Thursday. Big Brother eviction night. I'm gonna watch. Right? Love you. You gonna say bye? Bye. Bye. You ready to go to school next week? Yeah. How come? Yeah. Go play at school? Yeah. Your friends? Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. And see you next time.